All right. Welcome back. Generational Talent, Week 16. I'm Tommy Crowder, joined by my father.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. Good morning.
So we had a hell of a week within the NFL. One of the best weeks of all time, I might add. We're going to get into the Generational Talent Top 10 takeaways to start us off. But before we do that, I want to announce that there have been 6 players from the Seattle Seahawks chosen to the Pro Bowl roster. Those include Jackson Smith-Njigba, number 1 wide receiver in the NFL. No shock there.
Yep.
Devin Witherspoon, all-star defensive player. Yep. Rashid Shaheed, our newest addition, who made a huge difference this week, we'll talk about.
Yep.
Sam Darnold, who's having himself a second great year as a QB.
Yes, he is.
DeMarcus Lawrence, who finds his way to the quarterback all the time.
The old man.
Yeah, former...
Pressure's all over the place from him.
Former Cowboy player. Jerry Jones letting go of all the good ones.
Yep.
And Leonard Williams is our 6th one. Yeah.
Yeah, defensive tackle, stud. And I think he has 8 sacks on the year. He's a beast in the middle. That's why, our running game, I think we're number 2 or 3 in the league.
Yeah.
On defense, against the run. Who would have thought that? Yay.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to get into the Generational Talent Top 10 takeaways.
All right.
So number 10, how in the world was that game close between the Titans and Raiders? And Dad, you can respond to this one.
I can respond to this one. Titans and Raiders. I don't know either. It was an interesting game.
Oh, I'm sorry, not the Titans, the Texans and Raiders.
Yeah, I knew
Texans.
I don't know. Because believe me, that one cost me.
Yeah.
And I don't know either. The Raiders maybe, because I didn't even know they were going back to Geno, even though he threw another pick in that game. That's the problem with Houston. They're just up and down. The defense is usually pretty consistent, but the offense
for an all-star run defense, they made Ashton Genty look like a really good pick.
Well, and I think they needed Marks, the running back, when they went back to Chubb. I like Chubb, but those legs are getting old.
Yeah. Number 9, DK Metcalf strikes a fan because he's a giant baby. I'd like to read for you what the suspension stuff's looking like right now.
Okay.
So right now, as a result, Metcalf, after hitting that fan with the blue wig and all that, if you haven't seen the clip, go ahead and look it up. Yep. He's going to miss the final 2 games of the regular season. He's going to obviously try to appeal the suspension, though I don't think he should be able to get it. He tried claiming there was some racial stuff said. I saw then footage from the crowd. Nothing was said like that.
And I don't buy that. I think that's an excuse we've seen before. As much as I like him, Myles Garrett tried to pull that on Mason Rudolph, the quarterback for the Steelers, saying he was. I don't believe that. I think these are excuses. Sometimes they're dropped. There's no way that young man did that. No way. People would have heard it.
Crowd of people.
There would have been witnesses.
And the footage because there's tons of footage coming out now. People right next to this guy in the crowd. He doesn't say a thing.
No.
So if the suspension is upheld, it'll cost Metcalf $277,778 per game, so around $555,000 total, $500,000.
Yep.
However, bigger financial hit coming too. The suspension will void at least $45 million in future guaranteed money over the next 2 years if it's upheld. Metcalf's current 4-year, $132 million contract notes that if he fails to practice or play with the club for any reason, including suspension, his guarantees will be null and void. Metcalf could still earn the money over the next 2 seasons. It's just no longer guaranteed. So, $25 million of his salary is guaranteed next season, and $20 million guaranteed in 2025, unless, of course, the suspension is upheld, in which case Steelers could walk and he gets nothing.
All I can say is, way to go, Seattle, moving off yet another player at the perfect time and getting a 2nd-round pick for him.
Yes. All right, we're going to dive into the next ones here. We've got at 8.5 on the Generational Talent Top 10. The Seahawks versus Rams was the best game in the NFL. Don't worry, I'm going to keep going.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, number 8. The Chiefs lose an embarrassing game to the garbage Tennessee Titans. Number 7, the Chargers continue to win despite Herbert consistently being lit up by everybody. There's no O-line there to speak of.
No, he is in trouble with that stuff.
Number 6, the Broncos crap the bed and Jacksonville looks dangerous.
Yeah. Jacksonville has it in them.
Yeah. Number 5.5. We have the craziest 2-point conversion you will ever see as Charbonnet accidentally gets the 2-point conversion by picking up a football.
Look what I found.
Yeah. That's what you get by being kind, folks. You help out the refs, you accidentally get a 2-point conversion.
Yep.
Number 5, the Lions window started closing, in my opinions, in the playoffs last year, and without them being able to bounce back this year, I just don't know if they have it in them anymore. You and I talked yesterday on our drive. Such a dangerous offense and good defense too, and they just, for the life of them, can't get it together.
Yeah.
Something's got to change, whether that's head coach, whether that's QB. I don't know. It's hard to say, but there's no reason they should not be winning.
Could be a lot more substance to what I didn't think was going to be a big a deal, but your coordinators. You lose your offensive coordinator.
Ben Johnson, yeah.
Maybe that was the kicker because this team's just not gelling. They're not gelling. And yet Chicago is.
Yeah. Number 4, Lamar Jackson. I've said it for a long time. He's overrated and injured all the time. It was a good shootout, though. Those two teams, it was a great shootout. But Lamar Jackson just cannot get there.
Fragile.
And you're looking at RG3. You're looking at Cam Newton, except for he's not going to actually get to a Super Bowl.
It's the kid for Washington?
Yeah. He's Jaden Daniels. He's just not him, Yeah. Number 3, the Panthers proved that they are the better team against Tampa Bay with less weapons than what Tampa Bay's got. And Baker's final interception was rough.
And kudos to the Panthers. They're playing good football.
They are.
That team is getting better.
Number 2.5, I have the Seahawks. First team to ever win by a 2-point conversion in overtime. Now, obviously, that'd be a bigger deal if this was like how overtime rules have always been. But that's been a change within the last couple of years. But still, first team to do it.
Yep.
Number 2, Jackson Dart is trash, and the better option would have been if New York just picked up Phillip Rivers.
Tommy's personally mad at that one because that gentleman literally cost him in his fantasy all by himself.
He did 1.02. What
terrible.
Quarterback gets 1.02? I should have put in Trevor Lawrence. That was on me.
It does make you rethink. Again, you got the Giants and the Raiders vying for number 1.
Yeah.
Giants, maybe you need to look at I don't know.
Call Phillip Rivers. He did better. And then number 1 overall, Sam Darnold wins the game he had to win.
Which he absolutely did. We Tommy and I watched that game together on that one, and it was an emotional game up and down. We both said it when it went to overtime. This is how he gets the monkey off his back. He has got to win a good game, and he did. He beat, and we talked about it. To be the best, you got to beat the best. And currently, definitely up until that point in the NFC, they were the best.
Yeah, and now we are.
Yeah.
And, it's one of those things. It was a game that, again, in my opinion, and a lot of analysts' opinion, too, the best game of the NFL so far this season. Just incredible plays.
Fun.
Real back and forth. I do think we'll be seeing the Rams again in the playoffs.
I do, too. Stafford and Nakua are beasts. Yeah. Absolute beasts.
But no, great game. And yeah, like you said, Dad, we watched it at the house as a young man vying for his father's pride his whole life. This was a big moment for me to have my dad proud of me, and we enjoyed football together. It was a great day.
Well, not only that, Tommy Boy hit a parlay.
I did. I won $270-something off of a $10 bet.
On the last touchdown scored. It was awesome.
I had to have Blake Corum getting over 40, which he did, but it wasn't like he freaking flew past 40.
No. We actually held those running backs in check.
Yeah, I had Stafford over 250 passing yards, which, he did that.
Happened in the first half.
Yeah. Darnold, I had over 240, which he did get to eventually, but he had a long road to get there.
He needed overtime.
I had Jackson Smith getting the touchdown, which he did at the very end.
The last touchdown scored.
I had Nakua getting a touchdown, which obviously he did no problem.
In overtime, too.
Yeah.
They both scored those TDs in overtime.
It was because of Jackson Smith's. Well, Puka had one.
He had one earlier, but he got another one in overtime.
But yeah, it was Jackson Smith's that was the game clincher for me. So I was like, whoo.
And it couldn't have come at a better time. We were screaming like schoolgirls. I'm sure all my neighbors were wondering what the heck was going on.
Oh, yeah, no. Screaming. Somebody. We did not sit down, I would say, from like the beginning of the fourth quarter onwards. We never sat.
My phone was blowing up with Hawks and Rams fans and just people that, everybody knows us, knows we're Hawks fans. So you get those calls.
No, it was. I told my wife when I got home, this very well may be the best day of my life. And, don't get me wrong, I love the birth of my children. That's great. My marriage was awesome. But the Seahawks beating the Rams in that fashion, it was good.
It was an amazing game. And, in my opinion, this has been a great year for the NFL. There's been so many great games. This one was definitely the best one.
Oh, yeah.
But there's been so many, because I think about that Bills comeback early in the year, too. That was pretty impressive against the Ravens. I mean, there's been some great games. The Packers game was a great one. We were at our Christmas party, but I watched the highlights. That game was insane. Caleb Williams bringing him back like he did. I mean, some really, really good football.
That's my generational talent top 10 takeaways. Did I miss anything?
No, I think, last night, let's just talk about last night. Rivers looked good. I liked it. I mean, I think we all want old man Rivers. We just didn't want him against our team. He knocked the dust off the rust there because he played pretty good. I wouldn't say he was perfect, but he was going toe-to-toe with Purdy and the Niners there for a little bit. And thankfully, McCaffrey, this is one I was definitely, for fantasy purposes, I was rooting for the Niners big time, and McCaffrey is just a stud this year.
Yeah, I would say this. You cannot blame that loss on Phillip Rivers. He did his job. Unfortunately for the Colts, their secondary didn't.
No, depleted. Those receivers were wide open all game long.
And it's another, credit to Coach Shanahan, because without Brandon Ayuk, who was supposed to be your weapon this year, and obviously you traded away Deebo Samuel, you're getting wins with your best player being Purdy on that, offensive
and your
weapons.
defense all beat up and decimated. You got no Bosa.
Yeah.
You have no Warner.
In reality, your top two players are Purdy and Kittle. And Kittle wasn't even like the biggest part of their offense. It's the players like Juwan Jennings. It's Jake Tonjes, who's had, I think, 4 touchdowns on the year.
And McCaffrey. McCaffrey gets like 25 touches a game between passes and running plays, and he has stayed healthy all year.
Yeah, no, McCaffrey has been the biggest difference maker for that team. Obviously, the smartest trade I think they ever got. Panthers probably could use McCaffrey, but you know what? They're doing okay right now without him.
They have 2 good backs now.
Yeah, but holy cow. That's a team that despite injury, despite huge changes in the roster, they're winning games. They didn't move up in my freaking power rankings.
I think it's going to be between Shanahan and Vrabel as coach of the year. Those 2 have done a masterful job with their teams.
Yeah. I would not give it to Peyton. I hate Sean Payton. He's
No. For you, if you're looking at that, you'd have to give it to Vrabel over Peyton anyways in the AFC, because who saw New England doing this?
Yeah.
Nobody did.
No.
And again, Shanahan, just for sheer best coaching he's ever done, his locker's empty.
And the only other coach I would say I would potentially look at, and it just depends really on how the season finishes out, especially between them and the Patriots, would be Jacksonville and Liam Cohen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because he's definitely taken a roster that for some reason hasn't worked and then made it work.
Correct. Same players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those things you question what makes you a better coach, right? When, like in Vrabel's case, it's like, okay, well, you have a pretty rock star little kid there and Drake May.
And Ben Johnson, too, when you think about it. I mean, you got a Bears team that was, 4-14 last year?
They were awful.
Right. So, 4-13. Yeah. There's a couple of teams out there you're like, what?
Yeah.
So he's another one, too. Masterful job. And that locker room, he's got them playing. That Ben Johnson has that locker room. They're loving him, and they're loving their quarterback.
Yeah, no, well, he gets them amped up. You can tell he loves what he's doing, which is good. And it's a bummer, obviously, the Lions had to lose him. But, good on the Bears, though. Caleb Williams looking like the draft pick he should have been.
Yep.
So
I would say so. And the defense is playing good, but you can just feel there's a good chemistry going there. That team's gelling.
Yeah. All right, we're going to talk to you guys in segment 2 with some betting odds and favorites.
Let's go, baby.
And how good or bad we did.
Yeah, right. Here we go.
Welcome back to Generational Talent. We're going to talk some betting odds and favorites, but before we get into this week, let's talk about last week. Now, as we said in segment 1, I hit a huge one, right? It wasn't one I placed on the show. It was one I placed actually day of. I just put together a quick parlay and rolled with it. My one from last week, however, much like has been the case all season, I think, for me, is hitting 2 of 3.
Right. But at least with your big win on Thursday night, you basically, for what you did, your math pretty much covered your bets for the year.
Yep,
that's
put me back at base.
Yep, that's okay. For a whole year, that's good.
So, Dad, how about you give us your first one from last week?
First one from last week that I hit. I'm going to go with the one I hit. Seattle it was a plus 1.5 over the Rams. Granted, I need overtime to do it, but I got that bet. You know what I thought about it? I had it no matter what when they went for 2, because even if they lost, they would have lost by 1.
That's
I got
true.
1.5, so I was going to get that no matter what they did.
Nice.
When they did it. And you and I were talking about it. We were calling that 2-point conversion when they were driving down there. We were like, you can't give it back.
Yeah, don't go for the freaking field or the extra point, because what's the point of it, right? You're basically handing it back to them. We're asking for either they're going to get there and do it.
And a tie, we're in the same boat. We would have not moved up.
A tie would have benefited the Rams, and a loss would have benefited
the way
the Rams.
The Rams were moving up the field on the Hawks, it was a secondary. Remember, our secondary got beat up. We lost Alman Worry. We lost Wooten. They were just dropping like flies.
Josh Jobe, too, right?
Yep,
or was it Kobe Bryant?
No, Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, that's
Kobe Bryant. So, we were decimated. And Stafford, the way he was going, he just would have walked the field up us on again. So, nope, that was a good call. And, for a betting purpose, I had it then.
All right, we'll go with my first one, which was a W. I had Cincinnati and Miami going over 47.5, which they definitely did. I think they were 60-something.
Yeah. That was, I think that was first half. They were just back and forth, back and forth. Yeah, on that one. My second win, I'm going to sandwich a loss in there. My loss that I didn't get was, which one was it? It was, sorry, Tommy. Oh, Bills. Bills minus 10 over the Browns. They won. I'll give them that, but man, their offense.
And Myles Garrett couldn't get there.
Got half of one.
I know, but it's
he is literally one full sack away, and he sets the record. And I want him. I'll get back to that later for my hot take.
Gotcha. Okay, my next one, we'll do my loss. I had Indiana +6 over the 49ers. I didn't think the Colts would beat them. I did not. But
it was looking good for most of that.
Yeah, the first half, I was like, okay. They're keeping it competitive. They're keeping it close.
They kept answering them.
Unfortunately, the last half of the game, it went a different direction.
Yeah,
so.
right. So my second win, so I went 2 for 3 on my 3-teamer, was Jacksonville +3 against Denver.
Yeah,
and they won.
And you and I had the same one, so I also had Jacksonville +3 over the Broncos as well. So I also went 2 for 3.
Which brings me to my hot take, because my hot take was Jacksonville was going to beat them outright, and they did.
Yeah, I had 2 hot takes. We'll do my bad one first. My first hot take that I didn't get was that Seattle was going to be -2.5. They were -2. It's close.
No, I know,
close.
almost.
And then my other hot take, which I did hit, was that the Titans would just beat the Chiefs outright, and they did. Gardner Minshew obviously out pretty quick. Couldn't tell you who the hell that third string guy was. Don't remember his name, but
that team's pretty bad right now.
Yeah, no, they're doomed, which is awesome. Love that.
Yeah,
huge fan.
Not good. All right, now we're getting to this week's bets. You ready?
Yes.
We're second to last bet. Now this is one of those big weeks, though, because even though it's the second to last week in the NFL, this is everybody's championship for fantasy. This is your championship week. So these are
nothing that matters for me.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, my his mama knocked him out of.
Yeah, stupid Jackson Dart. Oh God, if I could break your legs.
All right, so here we go. Starting with Thursday, Christmas Day. We have 3 games on Christmas Day.
Good.
First one is Dallas Cowboys at the Washington Commanders. Cowboys on the road are a 7-point favorite, over under 50.5.
It's such a high.
I think it's the highest. No, it's not the highest this week either.
Honestly, you probably could just go the over there and play it safe, but I do think Dallas has got that one in the bag.
I think Dallas is too. I think I think they're out. Yeah, they're out of the playoffs.
Yeah, but
they can't get in, but
they'll play angry anyways.
They'll play angry. I like that bet too. Next one up, we've got on Christmas Day, the 1:30 game is the Detroit Lions at Minnesota. Detroit is a 6-point favorite, over under 44.5. I will come back to this game.
So I bet on both those games on a different bet, not the one I did for generational talent, so I can talk about them here. But I definitely would pick the over here, I think, is what I did on my other bets. I don't remember.
44.5.
But I'll tell you this. Detroit, you need to win out and you need the Packers to lose out. Those are not good odds. Not good odds at all in your favor.
You don't control your own destiny at all.
You don't. But you're gonna have to play like you do. And I do think you can beat the Vikings. The Vikings are a stupid team. They are winning stupid games.
That quarterback there, McCarthy,
he's an idiot. 9. Get the hell out of here. You're trash.
Next one up, the third and final game. It would have been a good game. It should be a slaughter. The Denver Broncos in Kansas City. Denver's a 13-point favorite, over under 36, so they think it's one-sided.
Yeah, no, I think I picked the over.
I'm back to this, by the way.
I'm pretty sure I picked the over on this on a different bet I did already, but
to be like in your 50s and
what in the world?
That must be you.
Yeah, it was like my phone was playing audio for something. That was weird.
Well, here's what I would say about that game while you're fixing your phone. I think I'd feel a little bit better if Gardner Minshew was in there.
Oh, you know what it is? It's Nick's still connected to the Bluetooth, so whatever Nick just played on his phone just broadcast on here. That's why I muted it. It.
Yeah, I'm glad Nick's at work.
Yeah. So just watching some Kylie Jenner crap.
There we go. So okay, but I'm going to come back to that one for the bet wise.
Yeah, I definitely think the over is probably a safe way to bet there. Okay. It's hard to say.
It is low, 36.5. All right, next up. Okay, so those are games on Christmas Day. Then our next games, we have games on Saturday again. We have the Houston Texans. This will be a great game. Houston Texans at the Los Angeles Chargers. Chargers are 2.5-point favorite, over under 39.5.
I'll come back to that one.
Okay, I can call on this one. Honestly, I like the under. I know that's a low end, 39.5, but I think that's going to be a defensive game, so I'm going to say under.
You and I are on different pages.
Okay. All right. Not the first time generational talent's been there. Okay, next up, Saturday as well, evening game. Baltimore Ravens at the Green Bay Packers. That could be interesting. Green Bay's a -2.5, over under 40.5.
I would go Ravens on this. I think Lamar. Oh wait, no, then mine is Huntley.
There was Snoop Huntley. I'm going to go Packers. Their backs are against the wall. They've got to start. They've got to win here to hold on.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to say this is going to be a shocker. I'm going to say that John Harbaugh, finally figured it out and pulled his head out of his own butt and is going to utilize Derrick Henry the way he should, because I do think Tyler Huntley.
Huge mistake.
I think Tyler Huntley can make the passes, not as well as Lamar maybe, but I think he can make those ones. What would have been the difference? What would have given them the win was using Derrick Henry at all.
Crazy.
In the fourth.
Yep.
And how
Wasn't
they
even on the field.
No, and how they played that game knowing you just lost your quarterback to a bullcrap knee in the back. Lamar, you're a puss. But like you don't use the biggest guy, the one that they could not stop. You don't use him?
Right.
It made no sense.
Nope.
I'm hoping that Harbaugh listened to all the trash talk he got and is smart about this. Like, you didn't pick him up to keep him on a bench. You picked him up to get you somewhere. Use him.
Yep. Next up, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is Sunday now. Now we're to Sunday. Pittsburgh Steelers at the Cleveland Browns. Pittsburgh's a 3.5 point favorite. Over under 34. I will come back to
I will also come back to it.
Seattle Seahawks on Sunday. We can't overlook any games.
No.
So the Seattle Seahawks are in Carolina to play the Panthers. Now remember, Carolina beat the Rams too. Seattle to play Carolina, and Seattle's a 7-point favorite. Over under 42.5.
We are very good on the road. I think we are very good. That is such a good team. I wouldn't want to give us a full touchdown on the spread.
Yeah, I don't like that spread either.
Honestly, I would, if I was betting it and I was putting together a parlay, I'd do money line for them if I had to put them on there, but I would not pick that spread. It's just, I see us winning by a field goal.
Yeah, I'm avoiding that game all the way betting wise.
Yeah, I would say pick your money line if you're having to do a big parlay.
I agree. Next up, we have the Saints and the Titans on Sunday, and the Saints are favored on the road, -2.5, over under 39.5. Saints have won 4 in a row, by the way.
You know, I did do this one on a different bet, and I just did straight money line for the Saints. I was just looking for a fourth team to just throw those odds pretty high up, but I did not trust the spread. So I did do money line Saints because I do think they're going to beat Cam Ward. I think Tyler Shough is playing better. I think as a team, the Saints look better than the Titans do.
They're playing good football.
So yeah. But I wouldn't touch a spread with those teams. Those teams are very, very unpredictable.
I gotcha. I agree. Next up, we have the Arizona Cardinals in Cincinnati. Cincinnati's a 7-point favorite, over under 53.5. That is the highest of the weekend.
I do believe on a different bet, I do believe I took the over for this just because I thought it was awesome. So, and I'm really, really hoping for a shootout.
And it could be. I think that will be a shootout. I think that's a great bet. Next up, we have the Patriots at the Jets. Patriots are 13.5 point favorite, over under 42.5.
I mean, it should be that, but you know, the last time I picked the Patriots for I think close to a 2-touchdown spread, they ended up almost losing the game. So I don't trust the Patriots.
Gun shy?
I just don't. You know, what was the over?
42.5.
I'd probably just do the over, honestly.
Okay, all right. Next up, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Miami Dolphins. Tampa Bay's a 5.5 point favorite, over under 46, and I will circle back.
I will also circle back to that one.
Okay. After that, on Sunday, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Indianapolis Colts. Jacksonville's a 6.5 point favorite, over under 47.5.
Gosh, I'd love to say that the Colts could keep this close, but I just don't know if they can.
And they're not going with Rivers, I heard too. So
they're not.
That's what I heard. I don't like the spread though.
Is Richardson healthy again, or who are they going with?
Redmond. Redmond, he was the other quarterback. Richardson's done.
Because I know the orbital fracture
it's the
was
other
pretty
one.
rough.
Yeah, but if I was to do this game, I'd probably do the under. I don't think they're going to get past 47.5 myself.
I wouldn't even touch it, but I would go with Jacksonville easily.
Yeah. All right, next up, the battle for first-round draft pick. The New York Giants at the Las Vegas Raiders. Talk about
garbage bowl.
Oh my gosh, that is. I think the honest to God, that's what probably the outcome will be. Who gets the first pick in the draft?
100% will be
-1.5 Raiders at home. 41.5 is the over/under.
I mean, gosh, who could care?
Who gets the first pick in the draft?
Who would you go with?
Honestly, I think the Raiders will beat them. So, only because I think they're at home. I think they did play a little bit better, but I don't know. Giants are probably due for a good game. These are garbage teams.
You know what? After what Jackson Dart did to me personally, give me the Raiders.
Give you the Raiders. Okay. Next up, we have the Eagles. Here's a great game. Probably the best game of the whole week. You ready? Oh, there's two. Eagles and the Bills in Buffalo. The Bills are favored by 2, over under 43.5.
Yeah, I didn't touch this one on any of my bets I've played so far.
It's gonna be a great game.
It makes me nervous. I would probably go over. Truly, I do see each of those teams racking it up.
Yeah, and I don't know which teams you're going to see show up. And then I was talking about another good game also on Sunday night. The Bears are at the Niners. Niners are favored by 3, over under 52.5.
Caleb Williams, you paint your nails red and gold, and you go in there and give it to them.
We need you. We need you. As a
need you,
Hawks
buddy.
fan, we want you to beat these guys.
Beat them.
Okay, I'm going to go with that too. I like it. And the Monday night game, the Rams at the Falcons, minus 8.5 Rams, over under 49.5.
I'll come back to it.
Okay, that's it then. Okay, time to go back now. That's the bets for the week, the spreads for the week. What are your bets, Tommy Boy?
All right, we'll go with my first one. I do have the Texans and LA going over 39.5.
Texans, okay.
I think the Chargers are just going to, I mean, they don't have much in terms of defense. I think they're just going to have to play out. And if we get the same Houston team that just allowed the Raiders to go ahead and score like crazy, give me that.
Okay, fair enough. I have my first bet. I have Detroit minus 6 over Minnesota. I think I'm not saying they're going to make it, but I'm with you. They got to win out to have a chance. They need to get something straight before. They do not want to go into the offseason limping out like this. So I think they're going to smoke Minnesota.
All right, my next one, I have Cleveland plus 3.5 versus the Steelers. I think, number one, you got a division rivalry here, so I think it's going to be a good game no matter which way you cut it. And I just think the defense is going to be whooping the Steelers, and without DK Metcalf, you're throwing to who?
Do you know who's got the second most catches on that team?
Who?
Gainwell, the receiver. Or the running back.
Yeah. And he's a good running back. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Him and the one who I had all season. I didn't have Gainwell. I had Warren, yeah. Mm-hmm. They're a solid duo, but I mean, you're not going to be able to do much. And I'm sorry, Myles Garrett's going to get his sack record that game.
We're getting to some of my hot takes, Tommy, so I'm going to hold off on that one.
Okay.
My next one on my regular bet, I like Denver minus 13 over KC. I think KC.
I just hate huge spreads.
I know, but with them limping in like that, Denver coming off of a game where you played terrible, I think they're whoever this kid is. I think Denver's defense is going to run him ragged, and I think from Denver or Kansas City standpoint, they're deflated. They're done. I think Denver's gonna beat them. I think they're gonna cover.
Okay. My final one, I have the Bucks and Dolphins game going over 46.5. I do see that one being a shootout. There's not a lot of defense really in both of those teams, so I just see a lot of offense.
So my third and final one, same game, different deal. I have Tampa Bay covering the 5.5 against the Dolphins.
Okay. All right.
I think, no offense, Nikki, I'm sorry, but who's playing now for them? It's not Tua. It's
Ewers.
Cam Ewers. Yeah. No, I don't think so. So I think Tampa Bay is going to cover.
Okay. And then your hot take.
My hot take goes back to the game you were talking about. We're on the exact same page in a lot of it. I think the Browns are going to beat Pittsburgh. I don't think it's going to be a spread deal. I think the Browns are going to beat them. And I also think Garrett is going to pick up that sack, and I think he's going to do it against the old man, which I love.
Yeah. No, that's good. I hope so. God, I hope so.
I think that would be great.
Hey, you know what? Mike Tomlin's happy. He has secured himself the freaking, winning season, and that's all he cares about. No, my hot take is that I'm not saying they're going to lose, but I do not think the Rams cover in the 8.5 point spread. I don't think they cover it. I think they will win probably, but I'm not going to say one way or the other if they lose or win. All I'm going to say is they don't cover that 8.5 spread. I don't think they do.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, I think it's time for our top 15, right? The power ranking?
Yes. Join us in segment 3 for our week 17 power rankings. All right, here we are, segment 3, generational talent. We're going to go ahead and do our week 17 power rankings. But before we do, Dad, you want to tell us your week 16 power rankings so we can judge you?
Yep, you bet. The recap was I had Carolina at 15, Pittsburgh at 14, Detroit at 13, Philly at 12, Green Bay at 11. My top 10 had Houston, number 9, the Bears, number 8, Jacksonville, number 7, the Niners, number 6, the Chargers. My top 5 went in this order. New England, number 5, number 4, the Bills, number 3, Denver, number 2, Seattle, number 1, the Rams.
Coward.
Remember, I didn't think 5 field goals or 6 field goals merited a number 1, dude.
I'll tell you what, I have faith in my boys, and they came through for me.
The second week, that week, you can't say that. You were just leading with your heart.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes the heart's the strongest muscle. My last week's power rankings, 15-1. We have the Buccaneers, which... the Steelers.
I didn't even have them on my list.
Yeah, no, it was between them and the Panthers. I made the wrong pick there. Steelers, Chargers, 49ers, Bears, number 10, Eagles, Lions, Jags, Packers, Texans. And my 5-1 is the Patriots, Bills, Broncos, Rams, and the number 1 team in the NFC, Seattle Seahawks, were my number 1 last week.
All right. So here we go. So for us, starting this week, our new power ranking, I have number 15 dropping for me 2 spots. Yeah, 2 spots. I have the Detroit Lions staying on the list, but they're at 15.
You know, it's funny you say that. My number 15, also the Detroit Lions. For me, that was a drop of 6.
Oh, okay.
So
You had it much higher
fell.
than I did. Yeah.
I had faith, and they let me down again.
All right. My number 14 on here, down 3 from the previous week, is Green Bay Packers at 14.
Okay. My number 14, they stayed the exact same spot. I get it was a win. I just don't have faith in this team, is the Steelers.
Okay, yes, yeah, we're different there a little bit. My number 12, we're at 14, 13, 15.
This would be your 13.
My number 13 is the Houston Texans.
Wow.
I know, I probably should have had them higher. I may have regretted this one because I brought them down. They didn't play.
Mine went down a little bit.
They didn't play great football. I had them down two from where they were.
Damn, on a win.
Yep, I know.
All right. My number 3, new to the list.
Oh, you know what?
Or 13, sorry.
No, that is right. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm listening. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Do you want me to check?
Yeah, I did bring them down 2 from where I was. Oh, my bad.
My number 13, new to the list. I should have picked them over Tampa Bay last
I know
week.
where you're
It
going
is
there.
the Carolina Panthers.
Correct. Well, here we go. So Carolina is my next one at 12. Carolina up 3. I had them at 15. So they're my number 12 team now. Carolina.
My number 12, down 5, is the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, I get it.
Garbage team.
Yeah, that was not good. My next one, probably you and I are a little different. I have them up 3 spots from before. I had the Pittsburgh Steelers there. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying they're going to stay there, but that was a good win.
No, it was a good win. I don't have faith in them, and especially now with the loss of DK for your next 2 games, I don't see them doing great.
They're going to be in trouble. I mean, that team doesn't have good receivers now.
Yeah. No, my number 11, down 1, even though it was a win, I don't have faith in this team as the Eagles.
Okay, yeah, there we go. So bringing up the Eagles, there we go. My number 10 is the Eagles, and I have them up 2 though. I did bring them up 2 because they did get the win. But I'm not saying they're masterful, but they're probably a top 10.
All right, my number 10, up 3, is the Los Angeles Chargers.
Okay, there we go. We're getting really close on you and I. That's my number 9 is the Los Angeles Chargers. I'm down 1, even though they got the win. I am down 1.
Okay. My number 9, up 3, is the 49ers.
They're a little higher for me. My number 8, because that's where we're at, right? 8. Yeah, my number 8. Jacksonville Jaguars. I am up 1. Number 8.
Wow. You know, a lot of people have them in their top 3 right now.
I know. And it could be debatable. I feel comfortable with my list, though.
All right. My number 8, up 3 after their decisive victory, is the Chicago Bears.
I have them higher. Yeah. My number, what are we at? 7?
Yeah.
My number 7 is the Denver Broncos. I have them down 3.
Wow.
I was not that lost. They look terrible.
Okay. My number 7, down 1, is the Texans. I do agree it was a victory, but you let the Raiders look good. That's a problem.
We're way different on these ones, huh? I had Houston way down further.
Yeah.
My number 6, I have the Niners up too. I mean, Niners they're a good team.
All right. I'm not going to argue it. I don't know. I don't see it. Number 6 for me, up 2, is the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Okay. All right. We're a little different there. My number 5, now we're top 5, down 1, because they could have played better. The Bills.
Okay.
But I do think they're top 5. I just think they could have played better.
My number 5, down 2, is the Denver Broncos.
Okay.
Piss poor loss. And honestly, I could easily swap the Jags and Broncos and put Jags at number 5. I do think the Broncos, I don't know. I have a little bit more faith that they're a little bit more stable than the Jags are. The Jags are kind of wiry.
Yeah. I have this one's going to surprise you. Up 6, I have the Chicago Bears at number 4.
Wow.
The Bears at number 4. I just think they're playing good football, both sides of the ball.
Okay. My number 4, up 1, is the New England Patriots.
Oh, I admire that. My number 3, down. I brought them down, but I have the LA Rams.
Okay.
Number 3.
My number 3, up 1, for me is the Bills.
The Bills. Oh, yeah, the Bills pretty high too. My number 2, Patriots. Number 2, up 3 spots from where they were. That team is impressive. Okay. They have a good quarterback. Their defense is great.
My number 2, and it's where they were last week. It's the Los Angeles Rams.
Okay, you have the Rams there, and I have the Rams there, which means that they're back in my list. They're back at the top, and that is the Seattle Seahawks. Legitimately, I feel, without question, the best team in the NFL.
And I agree. I've agreed for 1, 2, 3. Hold on here. Okay, I did have them at number 2 on week 11. Week 11 was the last time they were that low.
I had them one time.
I had them 1 at I had them at week 10. They were number 1. This one they were number 3. So I can go all the way back.
But see, I've been telling you, until they beat the best, I couldn't put them there, and they just did. They beat the Rams, who I felt was the best team in NFL.
I'll tell you what. It wasn't since week 8 that I had them out of the top 3.
Wow.
And I had them at number 6 week 8.
Well, their team's been good, and even their 3 losses were 3 decent teams. So the Seahawks, and out of all the teams, remember, they've all got the same record in terms of wins. There's 3 teams leading the league in wins. We are the biggest point differential, too. So all things considered, we beat teams we should have beat. The teams that beat us were no slouches. And we've outscored everybody more than anybody. So I think the Seahawks are legitimately the best team in football.
I agree. I think we are playing good on all 3 phases of football, too. Defense and offense have been good. Offense could always be better, but it is good.
A little more consistent would be nice. Defense has been consistent.
And by God, with Raheed Shaheed, we have one of the best special teams. Like, on the planet.
We need to get healthy. We definitely need to get healthy in our secondary.
Nick Evan, come on back.
Oh, man. And Wooten and Kobe. I mean, we got to get healthy. That was losing those guys, man, against the Rams did not help.
No. Yeah. Well, from all of us here at Generational Talent and Desert Highway Radio, we want to thank you for listening. And this week, not only go Hawks, but go Bears.
Yeah. Heck yeah.